Okay, so this is how not to do something. Do not transport supercapacitors 3,000 farad worth this way. I've got a tiny car, so I'm completely restricted on what I can do. I can't fit these side by side, so they're kind of lopsided. And I've got only one 0 gauge run going back to my batteries back here. So they're live and connected to my system. And I'm going to play around as I'm delivering these to my buddy Francisco, since I charged them up for him. I'm going to see what kind of effect it has on my system, on my voltage. Unfortunately, because I'm using the same phone to play music, I can't really record anything, but I'll let you guys know what the outcome is. Okay, car turned off, supercapacitors tied in, voltage sitting at 12.8. Turn the car on, voltage should go to 14.2. Okay, it's taking a while, means it's charging up the supercapacitors. Let's hook up our voltage, our voltmeter. Let's see. Okay, voltmeter showing 13.3. This one's showing 14 because it's tied into the rear battery banks. So I'm going to let these charge, and let's see how the car retains voltage once I turn it off, once these are fully charged. Okay, so the caps are up to 13.89 or so, slowly creeping up. I'm going to turn the car off. Let's see what type of voltage it maintains. Usually it falls down to, I'd say, 12.9, but check that out. That voltage isn't going anywhere. So it's slowly draining. My voltmeter still shows 14.2 on the main voltage line. So these caps are basically supplying 1.5 volts, actually like 1.3 volts on top of the 12.9, keeping the system up. It's very slowly going down. I've never seen it do this, so clearly caps help, at least with your resting voltage for a while. I'm going to try some music now. Alright, so we've got the caps down there hooked up to our voltmeter. We're seeing 14.2 in the back. We're seeing a little bit less at the caps because these wires are actually about 20-30 feet long each. So we have huge resistance due to that length, but I didn't want to cut them up just for this test. So we're seeing about 13.87, 8.8 max. I'm going to run some music, and you guys can see how well these guys hold the voltage. Theoretically, I should be able to pull 250 to 300 amps max with the single run. So we'll do the math to see how many seconds that would take to basically draw these guys down to 13 or 12 volts. But let's play some music and see how they do in my setup. Again, I only have 3 AGMs total with 170 amps of charging in my electric car. So I'm in dire need of way more battery in the back. Hopefully I'm going to switch to LiPo soon. But you guys can see what a big difference these guys add just on music.
Listener's discretion is advised.
talk over that alarm. You guys can see how long the system lasted before it dropped down to 12 volts, and how quickly these things are filling back up with only a single run. So in my opinion, if you already have the required amount of charge in your AGMs or LiPos, these things are definitely going to make a big difference. These alone are acting as a second AGM for me, or fourth AGM now, and I hear a big difference. So you guys will definitely be happy.